Hey, this is Ken with the Black and Yellow Garage. This is a follow-up to a video I made earlier about this 2013 Dodge Dart. So the AC condenser, I was able to pull it out from the front. What I ended up doing was the upper screws in the core support. I just took a burr bit and a drill angle grinder, or palm grinder, and wallered out the little slots a little bit more. I was able to, with the radiator tilted forward, reach my hand up in there and set the screw in the hole, and then put the socket on it and drive it in. So it saved probably two hours with draining the fluid and refilling it, moving the radiator. So everything's good. Only thing that was bad about this turnout on this is the paint. It's a little off. It looks perfect here, but it's a little darker on that bumper cover. There's two gray colors. One is silver gray and one is metallic gunmetal gray. So we gave the Sherwin-Williams the paint code and a sample cut off the old bumper cover. So hopefully this is just fade in the paint, and it's not that noticeable. But you know, trying to put all these other pieces on, I have a little scuff here and an identical one on the other side. So we're going to take care of that tomorrow. A little touch up here as well. And this will be ready to ship. So the parts for the Jeep came in, and I did get 2 sets of the clutches with the thrust washers. And I, never done this job before either, so everything is pretty self-explanatory about installation of these. In the shipment, I have 2 clips here, and I have no idea what they go to. So tonight we're going to be doing a little video searching for information about this, and I'll post the whole project of reinstalling this. I watched a video. The fella took the whole ring gear out and took the gears and laid them down and started stacking. And once he was finished, he went ahead and put a bolt through with 2 washers and compressed the thrust washer, which made it easier once the gears were in where they belonged on the side. It was easier to put the ones on the top in and the washers in. So I don't think it's going to be all that difficult. I do want to get some limited slip friction material, the goo in here. I watched the video. The fellow said it would chatter if I didn't add that lubricant in there prior to installation. So we want to make it go nice and smooth. The tubes look fairly clean inside there, so the plan is to put it all back together, put the fluid in, run it around a little bit, drain that fluid out, put some new in. Probably do that 2 times to make sure he's going to be not having a whole bunch of that metal material in there. But down the tubes, they've just got the nice gooey stuff that sticks to your finger when you stick it in there, and hopefully some detergent oil will gear oil will help clean that out. With this vehicle, I don't think we're going to go through the trouble of pulling these bearings out. If I was to talk to the customer and he wanted to install new bearings all the way around, we would do that. That's just a whole rebuild of the rear end at that point. So I'll make a phone call to him and see what he wants to do before I start putting everything back together. But everything else went out nice and smooth today. One other thing I didn't mention in the other video that I had, I've got a 2008 Grand Cherokee, and it had a 4.7 in it. I was real busy the day the customer called. I had one of his cars in, and this Grand Cherokee was his father's car that he borrowed. Between the customers that were in the shop and the phone ringing off the hook, when he called, he said that the car he was driving was overheating, and could I look at it? And any other time I would have said, just call a tow truck, stop driving right there. But I didn't do that, and he called back in 3 minutes time and said it just stopped running. So what happened with that is overheat kills engines, and the intake valve landings, just about everyone came out on the right side.
The left side probably just as bad. They may just be hung up in there in closed valves, but
they all came out. So this motor's toast. One here actually broke off and was beating around inside the cylinder, and there's a nice score mark in the cylinder wall. So we're not going to go use that engine. They're going to source out one from Jasper, and we're going to just take this block out and put the whole motor back in that thing. Expensive deal. The whole car, it looks great, but you know, without a motor, it's worth $100, just whatever junk value is. Even though its interior is good, body's good, everything else is good, it's junk. So I just told him, go ahead and buy another motor if you plan to keep it. He didn't want to keep it, but they're decided to go with the Jasper motor, so I imagine they're going to keep it. Okay? Don't drive a vehicle if it's overheated. Let it cool down and tow it somewhere. Probably the best thing I could tell anybody to do. Alright, well, thanks for watching my videos. Comment if you want. If you know what those clips are on the limited slip clutches, let me know. I'll be working on this tomorrow, so hopefully my research tonight will allow me to find out where those go, and I'll update the progress on the Jeep. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.